You know, everybody should be ready for corrections in tech, but the story hasn't changed anywhere. I mean, I added to my Facebook position because it's the #1 digital spend we have because of geo-locked advertising. All of our businesses are shutting down retail, not reopening stores that were marginal, and spending more on Facebook to sell direct to consumer, which means I stay long Shopify. I've increased my position in DocuSign. I have more Adobe, Zoom. These are all the companies that are not stay-at-home stocks. They are work-from-anywhere stocks. And the new America 2.0, which is going to emerge, hopefully by October, when we've got this, triple vaccine situation going and we start to normalize, I still say budgets for business travel are going to be slashed 20 to 50% because these technologies now allow us to do things that we never did before with certainty. So I'm shorting the airlines because they're not getting back all the business travelers. Sorry, it ain't going to happen. But the new economy is very efficient. So, it's like saying, well, I can't stand the volatility of Amazon over the last 15 years. All the tech stocks are volatile. They're all buying opportunities right now. Anything that's corrected, I just stay long. And I'm a big believer. We may even overshoot 7% GDP. What I see in the underpinnings of the economy right now, it is like the 1950s. It's on fire. It just needs to get this last issue resolved with the vaccine, and we're going to move forward. We do not need $1.9 trillion. That's very inflationary. Most of it's going to be wasted, in my view. We should just pay for logistics of vaccines and pay for people that are unemployed and nothing for anything else. No more airline bailouts, please. I'm trying to short them. Stop it.
We're going to talk about that in a second. But first, we're going to talk about value. Can the value trade keep going? A number of the reopening stocks all posted big gains over the past month. Shannon, you own Disney and Las Vegas Sands. I know. We'll start with you again. I know Kevin owns some Disney. Maybe he wants to chime in as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think if we think about reopening stocks, I think I played my hand a little earlier. I'm really not also interested in the airlines, which we're going to talk about, not as interested in hotels. I feel like if you look at cruise lines, there's a lot that needs to happen in order for those companies to return to the profit margins that they had prior to the pandemic. However, Disney has a new investor, an investor that isn't looking at necessarily just buying this stock for the dividend, a new investor that's going to benefit from the spend that they're putting in Disney Plus. And when we get this parks revenue, this cash flow, we could see a return to a small dividend, or we could see them pouring that money back into Disney Plus, which is clearly doing well. And so I think that that's why I like Disney. I think it's an execution story for the business. Sands is a Macau story all the way. I own Baba as well. I like the Chinese reopening. I like the continuing expansion of gaming back to Macau. And I think that those are great ways to play something rather than trying to look at all of the consumers going out there and traveling and making up for the fact that business travelers, to Kevin's point, aren't coming back.
That's sad. Right? So if they're not, but pleasure is different, right, Kevin, with Disney?
Yeah, Disney is really interesting. I work for the mouse. I'm obviously on ABC for Shark Tank, as I work for Comcast just like you do. And I own both stocks, but I'm very, very happy with execution skills of this new management mandate. They've really delivered on subs on Disney Plus. They've really delivered on new slates of content. We're just waiting to open up those studios where we work. For example, Culver City, we're not open yet. We're so close to getting all of this content shot again as soon as we can get everybody in the studio together. And it's just months away as soon as we get everybody vaccinated. But Disney is a dual story. It's going to be the reopening story around the physical assets of these parks. But talk about execution skills. That's why you've had such a great run in it. Everybody was skeptical. Could they get these subs? They've blown it out of the park. Every parent has to show Frozen to their kids 50 times a week. You know that. And where do you do it? You do it as a sub. You pay Disney for that, and now you've got it. And on every platform. Great execution. I'm very happy with that, and I'm staying long, and I don't care if they pay a dividend or make it bigger. Just please put it back into building out that platform. Let's compete with Netflix, and they will.